guys, welcome to Wizzy's Designs by Dawn, and I'm Dawn, and I'm glad you're here. Tonight we're on Facebook and YouTube. Instagram wasn't working for me tonight, so that's what we're doing. So if you're just catching me, awesome. I'm so glad you're here. Somewhere above here, there'll be a red button. It will say live. That means I am currently live, and you can see me, we can talk, and we can chat. If that is up here and it doesn't say live, it'll say something like was live. Well, that means you've caught the replay. So hello, replayers. Make sure you comment hello in the comments, and so I can go back and see. And make sure you're commenting on the project that we're doing. And tonight we are talking about anxiety. So we're doing a transfer tonight that says, my anxieties have anxieties. Is it just me? Or is that too accurate at times? Sometimes we are just so worried about the worry that we have to do. So if you can relate to that, your anxieties have anxieties. I mean, we worry about what people think. We worry about how we're supposed to look. We worry about how are the kids doing, and are they doing well at school, or are we doing enough to meet their needs, etc., etc. As moms, I feel like we worry a lot. That's just how God made us to be. Make sure that we are know where all of our ducks are, and we can do that. But we also need to learn to give our anxieties, our worries to the Lord, so that He will take care of them and not us. We are His workmen, and we are not to have to worry all the time. But that's life. That's real life. We do worry. And so tonight we're doing things that's called My Anxiety Has Anxiety. And it's a very cute transfer tonight. It has to do with Charlie Brown. And that was Charlie Brown's phrase. And he says that my anxieties have anxieties. And you'll notice, with the transfer we're using tonight, the letters are all wonky donkey. And so that's always, it's a fun thing. We're only going to be using 3 colors tonight. Not a lot of color, actually. And we're going to add some, it'll be black writing, some more just minimalistic. We're going to do some periwinkle. It's called Majesty, sort of on the bottom to make it look like our anxieties are going away, things like that. So again, if you can relate to anxiety and having the anxieties, and then we just keep holding it, put the word real down into the comments, because sometimes it is that way. We're going to be using tonight a 12 by 12 canvas. This is our tonight. Design tonight that we'll be using. Super cute. And it's just Charlie Brown. It's just Charlie Brown. And it's a quote by him. My anxieties have anxieties. So tonight we're going to be doing black writing. Maybe Charlie Brown will be yellow. In yellow, or just black, and then I think maybe his shirt area will be in yellow. His head will probably be in black. Shoes black. Maybe his socks yellow. Maybe his socks yellow. Just a little bit of and then I'm gonna have some periwinkle color coming down on our thing, and maybe some at the top. We're just gonna play with it. We're gonna see what happens. I'm going to try to. I'm going to try to. I don't have. I'm going to try to use a paper towel and do a technique. There's the paper towel. So again, you don't have fancy tools or anything like that to do this craft. I'm gonna try to move my computer. Here. So let's see. There we go. Now my computer is not in the way of the camera. So This was so cute when it was so came out in January. Came out in January. Releases of one of the new releases of Peanuts. It's just so adorable. Again, we're gonna do some periwinkle color on the bottom. Sort of blend it. We'll see how it works. We'll see how it works. And then we're going to just put this here. Just put this here. Take the space up that we need to do. Take the space up that we need to do. So these are the colors we're going to be using tonight. These are the colors we're going to be using yellow. This is Bumblebee yellow. Just like Transformer Bumblebee. Bumblebee. Isn't that so pretty? And we're using paste tonight. We're not using ink. We're going to use some Majesty. We're going to use some Periwinkle Blue. It's a Periwinkle Blue. This Majesty was only a color of the month. So a color of the month. So a COTM. And this light is making my look at me look crazy here for a second. Let me maneuver it. There you go. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. Oops, my camera decided to move on me. Hold on. Sorry guys. All situated here. Where am I? There you go. Is that better? Yes, that's better. Yes. I'll move him over a little bit. So, in here. Last night, the last couple nights of you tuned in, we were doing the little puppy with the punch needle. And finally got the punch needle done last night. And it completed all yet. And it will be done soon. It will be done soon. Tonight we're also using black velvet. It's called black velvet. That will probably be the majority of our thing. We're just gonna have a little bit of fun this tonight. I'm gonna use some paper towels. I'm gonna use some paper towels. Reply scenario, and enjoy your time. So enjoy your time. As soon as you get on, let me know you're here. Let me know you're here. And again, this is a canvas. I do not need to put this on a fuzzy. So let me undo my canvas here because it is still in the plastic. Okay. And this is, I believe, a 12 by 12. Let me just double check. So 12. Yes. We have a 12 by 12 canvas here. Let me move this guy back a little bit. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the whole picture in here so you can see it. You can experience it. There it is. Throw away the garbage. While we're talking about color, look at this color, guys. This color is so pretty right here. This color here is called light. It's this month's color. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it so fast. They sell out. And when they sell out, they're gone. So they're gone. So make sure you jump on. Go to my website. You're not going to want to miss it. It's a cute spring color. And it matches my walls. Look, I can just hold it up to the wall here. And look, it's the same color. I guess I like that color green. So we will make sure you get on the going, okay? So first, before we do anything, I'm going to work on the background here. So I'm going to take a stir stick here and a little bit of my tray. I'm going to make it more like a water color. And I'm going to just pounce it on and maybe pull it at streaks. We'll see. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but it's called art, right? So I'm just taking a little bit of paper towel. And we are going to first take my periwinkle or my Majesty color, and we are going to apply it some in here. When I'm thinking about the anxiety stuff, it's a real problem. People experience anxiety all the time. I mean, to the point where it sends them to a hospital because they are so anxiety ridden with fear, with scared. Maybe they just got some bad news. maybe, I don't know. There's just so much things out there that, oops, sorry, this is stuck on the side here. So I'm trying to, I haven't used this one for a while. So I'm trying to get my dried part of my paste mixed in so that it won't be dry anymore. Let's add a little bit more water. But isn't this so pretty? It's a very pretty periwinkle. Again, if you're going to add water into your jar, you want to use distilled water so you don't cause mildew in your product. Nobody wants that. Okay, so I'm just stirring this up. I'm trying to get it as smooth as yogurt, sour cream, things like that. You want to be able to hear it say as you go. Okay, I'm not quite there. It's still a little bit like a hard. I don't have the sloopy sloop sound. Oh, I'm getting it now. Yes, that's better. But you can see how it activates with water if it's gotten too dry. And then all of a sudden your paste is very pliable. And this can you can if your paste completely dries up, add water. Just add water and you'll see it reactivate itself. Super cool about the chalk. Just mixing up the water that I had sprayed in there. Again, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We're doing anxiety tonight. And, you know, I think sometimes we just got to learn. We got to give it to the Lord, because if we keep worrying and fretting over all the things, it's, you know, it does a lot of bad things for our health as well if we don't give it away. Hold on, I'm trying to get the sides of this in here. Let me pull this over into the jar so it doesn't sploop somewhere else. And I'm going to mix it in there. And you can see it. Woo! That, my friends, was a close one. That's okay. Let's scoop that into our jar. Uh-oh, come on. Oops. Okay, put it back into the jar here. That was a little crazy. It splooped out. Now I have a periwinkle finger. And we're just going to clean this up here with a wet wipe. Okay. Get it off my fingers. Other finger. Okay. That's how you sploop onto your mat. And you probably can't see it on the camera, but it totally just splooped out of the jar. So, just cleaning this off. Okay. Just using a little wet wipe to take it off. Okay. And then I'm going to clean up my jar a little bit here so I'm not splooping everywhere else. That looks pretty good. Okay, let's mix this again. I'm going to add a little bit more water in here. Here we go. Let's mix it in. Mix and mix it. Well, now you can hear it really slopping. Okay. That's much better. It's getting... I just covered my fingers again into the paste. It's not crafting unless you get all gunkified, right? Goodness, it's everywhere. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit more mix to it. Making sure I get de-gunkified here. So, okay, so if you're just tuning in, I am just stirring up my periwinkle, which is Majesty color. I add a little bit of more water in there because it was pretty dry. But now you can see that it looks like sour cream, yogurt consistency. Okay, I'm going to just add a plop of it here in my container. I think I'm going to just add a little bit of water to it, make it a little bit more run down, more watery, more like a watercolor. And I'm going to take the sides here, and I'm just mixing the water into the paint. And yes, I'm making it very thin for a reason. Okay. Put it down on the table here. I think you can still see. Just trying to make it super thin here. Okay. Making it thin. Hello, if you're just tuning in, welcome, welcome. Make sure you say hi. And I hope you're doing well tonight. We're talking about anxiety. So if it resonates with you sometimes, or you experience anxiety, our saying tonight says, "My anxiety has anxiety" by Charlie Brown. Okay, so I've just made this a little thinner with the water. And this is what we're going to sort of use as our background on the bottom, maybe on the top. This beautiful Majesty color, periwinkle. Sort of the purpley blue color. So again, if you're just here, hello, let me turn over to my chat here so I can see everybody. Oh, hello, Patsy. Sorry about that. Hello. Okay, so here we go. It's pretty thin. And I don't have a sponge tonight, but I do have paper towel. So we're going to just try to dip this in and apply. Put that on the side. Okay. I need another paper towel since I splooped everywhere else. And this is the transfer we're doing tonight. My Anxieties Have Anxieties by Charlie Brown. We're just going to do some blue, periwinkle. Goodness, I just got periwinkle everywhere. Periwinkle, some yellow, bumblebee yellow, and some black. So we'll put this to the side right now. And I'm just going to take my paper towel and I'm just going to scrunch it up. I don't know how well this is going to work, but we're going to see. So we're going to scrunch it. Make it like a piece of garbage there. And I'm just going to dip it in. And I'm going to use this like a sponge. I come over to my canvas and I just want to do like the bottom. So I'm just going to apply. Come back over with just a little bit more. And then I'm just going down to the base of my canvas with a paper towel. It's just crumpled up. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're talking about anxiety. So anxiety is not perfect. So I'm just plopping it. And I'm releasing. Okay. Something in the corner. And you know what? I'm gonna do it. And a little bit on the top. A little bit on the top too, I think. Well, let's get some on the side. Okay. Okay. Next, do a little bit of anxiety flopping up here. Okay. Ploppity plop. I'm gonna dip back into my periwinkle here. And we're just gonna do a whole down and release. Now with this more texture. It's actually pretty texturizing with the paper towel. I'm pretty surprised. So I'm just putting a little bit here. Maybe it'll come down a little bit. Maybe it comes up a little bit. Okay. Plop and drop. Plop and drop. Plop and. I don't know what you want to call this. Plop and apply. Okay, so done a little bit of background. I'm going to wash my fingers off here really quick. Da, 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 da. Not crafting unless you get all dirty. That's how I say. Okay. My periwinkle should be off by now. Oh, nope, it's in my fingernail. Nice. The other day, I was looking at my wedding ring, and I'm like, why do I have red? My wedding ring. And I realized it was paste. It had gotten in my wedding band. So it was all like red and sparkly because of the diamond. But I thought it was so funny. I'm like, whoops. Who knew I had it all in my ring? So I like this color. It is really pretty. But yeah. So we're gonna just do that. Try this part. I'll put this little guy to the side. Put that to the side. I believe let's rotate this back to center. My periwinkle color is done. I'm not gonna use any more periwinkle tonight. Okay. And actually, I'm gonna pour the rest of this into my jar. Since there is just a little bit left. Okay. And put it in there. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay. Just like that. And that will be really good. I'm not wasted all my product. Again, you want to just put it back in there, and you'll be good. So and then I'll wash that off later at the side. Here I am again, getting covered in blue. Got it. You know what, guys? I got it all out. You have a pretty good echo going on. What's happening here? Just a moment. Fix that on my. Okay, does that better? I muted the microphone from my other camera. So does that work? Let me know. Having this other camera here, I can control if I want audio on it or not. So I think I accidentally put the audio on there. So if that is working, okay, awesome. I'm glad that worked. Okay, so now keep the audio off so I can talk just on my computer. Awesome. Okay, let's dry this really quick. Oh my goodness. Oh, my hip is so sore. My left hip is sore. I worked out yesterday and today it's like, oh man. It is killer. I woke up this morning like, ow, can't move. Okay, I'm just drying the bottom of the canvas where we had put that periwinkle, that majesty color on there. We can start adding the transfer. I didn't want to cover the whole background because the anxieties have anxieties. I didn't want to have anxiety just looking at the picture. So let's dry this up really quick. Okay, it should be almost there. Okay, a couple more seconds. Okay, let's see. It's pretty well. Almost there. Oops. Let me give it a couple more seconds in this area here so it's completely dry. And we'll go with the next step. So, I was trying to think what to do tonight. Because I didn't want to do the same transfer like I did the other night. I did do the punch needle last night. Finally figured out how to do that. And since that, I've had a few people like message me and they're like, "Can you do a video on how to do punch needle? It's so cool. Like, and why does it stay in?" And all these questions. So that's my next step, is to make a video and have that for them. And yeah, I mean, it's fun once you got a hang of it to know exactly. Okay, and how about up here? That up here is dry. That looks pretty just like that. So, okay. We're taking Mr. Charlie Brown and his anxieties, and we're going to put it on our canvas here. Again, I'm just opening up my plastic, pushing down the flap, pulling out my transfer, taking off my transfer off my backer paper. There's a glossy side and a yellow side. Glossy side is for the transfer. Yellow side is for just to know that you don't put the transfer on that side. Okay, here we go. Here's my Charlie Brown happening here. He's gonna go probably riding about right. Right there. That looks pretty good. Look at that. Look at those letters. They're all crazy looking. Except I'm going to have anxiety just looking at the crookedness of it. Okay, I'm going to push down my transfer over here. This little slop of paste is still a little wet, so oh well. Okay. What a cute little Charlie Brown he is. So on this one, I'm going to use my multi-tool because I am going to make his shirt right here yellow, and yeah, I think I'm going to do a little bit of yellow here, and his socks maybe. And I know his stripes are black, but they're going to show up as white on the thing today. So, and then his little arm and head will be black, and the letters will be black, and the shoes will be black. That is the plan. So here's our bumblebee yellow. It's so cute. Our paste lasts a long time. So if you're wondering, how long do these last? Well, I've had these bumblebee one. I don't know. I think I've had them since July, August, something like that. And so that's been a while. So I feel like they last a while. But it's also fun just to do them. My shirt. Okay, come on. I just got yellow on my pinky. Ah, that's good. And I go yellow, 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 yellow. Let's try to get his shirt here yellow. And maybe in between. The black's going to cover, some of this line again. But I just wanted a little bit of yellow to offset colors. So I'm going to go through here. I'm going to make some yellow in his shirt, yellow on his socks. Okay. Yellow, yellow. So this is what I'm doing right here. Again, I'm just pulling in the yellow. Seeing how well this will work tonight like this. I don't know. I'm just pulling around here. And then got some yellow going on right here. And right here. Okay. I'm going to lift up this though because I think it's going to dry quickly. Oh, I meant to not do that. Okay, so let's lift this guy up here. So there we go. We got some yellow shirt. We had some yellow socks. And the rest of him, he's going to get pushed down again. Okay. Oh, this was a yellow part. Okay, there he is. So we're going to lift that up again. Okay, now we're going to push down our transfer again, all of our letters. Not particularly the yellow that we just did, but all the yellow is loosely sitting there. That's all the yellow I'm going to use on tonight's project. And then we're going to use black. So let me wipe off my yellow from my tool here. And is this something that you would try? Would you try techniques like this or multicolors or anything like this? Or would you just want to stay to one color, which is fine? Monocolor. I don't remember exact term what it's called. Monochromatic, I think it is. Don't cite me for that one. Because just guess it. Okay, let's just go in and use my multi-tool. I think I'm going to do the same thing. The peel and lift scenario. Okay, so let's try this. Here's our black. I'm running low on the black, but that's okay. And I'm just going to do Charlie Brown up here with his little hand. Going across him. Going down across. I'm going to do this, my anxiety first. And then we can I'm trying not to press too hard on the letter area because it goes pretty quickly. Okay, let me take my squidgy and just take off the excess here. Everybody see okay? So that's what I'm doing here. Just taking off the excess, putting it in my jar. Okay. Okay, let me pull this part. Oops. I can see a little part that did not get covered well. Okay, I think his head is pretty good there. So let's peel and reveal. Ah! He's cute, guys. Oh, yeah. He's going to turn out so cute. Okay, so here we go with have. And I'm going to have to switch over to my multi-surface tool because it's getting into the thin areas of my words. Maybe. Okay, there's some extra black here. Yep, it's time to switch tools. Just dab and go. And you can always take your mini squeegees and you can cut them in half and you can make them thinner. So that's always a fun thing to do too. I have not done that yet, but I see everybody else do it. So it's a fun little thing. Okay, my H is sort of covered. Let's pick up the extras here. Let's see if I can get the anxiety done as well. And then I will lift it up. Same other experience with like anxiety attack. It's horrible. It's a horrible feeling. And you go to the hospital and you're like, I'm dying. They're like, no, you're just having an anxiety attack. Like, what? No, it's not what I wanted to hear. I mean, I guess it's good, but it's really a scary situation. It's not fun at all to deal with. Okay. And I know that some of my black is mixing in with my yellow. But that's okay, because that's part of the anxiety part. Okay. His anxieties, I'm mixing it with all his other anxieties here. Okay. And his T here. Get this T over here. Okay. Sorry guys if my head is in the way. Okay, and then my eye here. Are you getting anxiety just watching this? Just wondering. And then E as I can just okay. That should be pretty good there. Let's go ahead and release that from here. Look at guys, it's working. Okay, okay. Oh, interesting. Nice. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna release him back down, just so slightly. Just leaving him there. I'm gonna use my multi-surface tool. And I'm gonna go in with his shoes and his laces. And I'm gonna do his name too, because why not? Everything else is done with the black here. Okay. We go Charlie Brown. Way to go. Way to be a participant of our show tonight. Let's do some shoe action here. Okay. Oh, we got to do a little bit of his legs here. Okay, he looks pretty good there. And his other leg over here. Okay. Take off that. He's going to have a little bit of black on his sock. And that is okay. Let's do that one here. This anxiety one over here. Okay. Okay. And oh, that E. There it was. Okay. I think that's pretty good. What do y'all think? You guys like it so far? Here we go. Na 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 na. He's so cute, Charlie Brown. Way to go, Charlie. Where to go? Oh, yeah. And look it. That turned out cute. Oh, cute. Now, I might just make his go in there and make his shoes black. I'll probably paint those black in a few minutes. But let's clean up our transfer. That looks so cute. And I'm going to just clean it up here on my work surface. I'm going to close up my paste for just a moment. And we're going to clean this guy. Thank you so much, Patsy. He did turn out really cute. I wasn't quite sure because I always have an anxiety. Just kidding. About trying to do the multicolors on the same transfer without like taking it down and maybe doing Dune and then coming back. And I'm like, nope, you know what? He's just going to stay that way tonight. So I'm just taking my extra chalk off my transfer here. Taking that off. Okay. That looks grand. It's so beautiful like that. Okay. I was really excited about the Charlie Brown. Patsy, have you gotten any of the new spring stuff yet? I have not. I can't wait to get that. Okay. I'm going to undo it here from my surface. We're going to just go ahead and clean this off. Clean it off. Turn this over. Spray out the some extra water on here so that I don't have such a squeaky sound with my. Not too bad. With my board eraser. Okay. I am going to clean off the surface here. I rotate them over. I'm going to just clean this side. Sorry, my table likes to go against my wall. Okay. Whoops. One more spray to doodle. And we're gonna clean. You'll get yours next week? Oh, cool. I can't wait to get mine. Okay. And we're gonna spray the side one more time just to make sure it's all. I don't see it anymore on the in the screen, so that's good. Whoops. Finger's not holding it still. Next week, on Wednesday, I'm going to be heading down to Oregon, see my mom, and then bright and early on Thursday morning, we are going to be driving down to California for a ladies retreat. So that, and yes, I will still be going live. So if you're thinking, oh, are you going to be going live? Yes, I will. I'm going to bring stuff with us and figure out what we're going to do. And it will be good. Okay. So now this is all nice and clean. I release the sticky here from here. And I'm going to dry it one more time just to make sure it's dry. Okay. This is how you can clean your transfer. You always want to dry your transfer. Yeah, you can use your fuzzing cloth, and you can use the drying cloth on the other side. Oh goodness, I just cleaned this and then I got. Hold on, got periwinkle on it now. Okay, I think I got it off. Yeah, you want to just make sure you just dry your transfer before you apply it to your backer sheet, and you keep it clean. And then you can use your transfer more than one time. The company says you can use it 10 to 12 times, but if you take care of them, you can use them a whole lot more. There's some friends out there of mine who've used their transfers more than 20 times or so. So just remember, take care of it, and you can use it forever. So now I'm going to take the yellow side facing up, white side facing down, lining up my corner to one side of the transfer, loading. Oops. Easier said than done. Let's go this way with it. Okay, corner to corner, drop, spread across. Now he's on the backer sheet. Then you just make sure that he is dry. No air bubbles in your thing. And you may think, but your transfer is stained. Is it still workable? Yes. It's just the pigment left from the color in the ink or the chalk. And so it's no big deal. As long as you just get it out of the screen, you are good to go and using it over and over and over again. So don't worry about the stain on your transfer. They're still usable. Okay. Now I'm going to put them back into the holder. And this is how I store my transfers, back into the plastic. And then they go in a drawer behind me, or I can hang up the bigger ones. Okay. Yes, I know. I usually do that too. Usually at the end of the month, or sometimes it's in the beginning of the middle of the month, because there's those good things I just don't want to miss out on. Sometimes I have that FOMO, I think it's called, fear of missing out. Sometimes, not all the time. Yes, we are going to have so much fun, Patsy, with my mom and I. We have fun no matter where we go. We're going to Pastor Ray's church down in Napa Valley. And they're having like a ladies conference, and a ladies conference at my mom's church they go to. And so I was invited by my mom to go, and I said, okay, let's go. So it will be fun. I believe the conference starts on Thursday night. So, yes, we're probably going to be tired by the time we get there, but it will be fine. So here is our little guy that we did here. You can see that some of the background went above his head, on his head. Oh well, no big deal. And I'm going to just really quick take a paintbrush behind the screen here, and I am going to paint in the camera with my arm. I'm going to paint in his little shoes. And I'm just going to take paintbrush, and I'm just going to paint in his shoes so that the periwinkle isn't there. And he's just cute. He's just a cute little worrywart. And just using an angled brush, a little bit of the paste, spreading it out. Okay. And then his little shoes will be all ready and good. Just sort of fills him in there, I feel like. And so easy little guy tonight. So cute. But do you see how it just makes a difference having his shoes filled in there? And then it's not covered in the background. So he's super cute, really easy. Okay. So I'm just using the tip of my brush, filling in that area, leaving it a little bit like that. There's his little shoes. Isn't he cute? He turned out really cute. Now I am gonna go back in with I have what you call it, chalk marker, chalk, or it's actually acrylic thing. And so I'm gonna do it right now while we're on camera. I'm gonna show you what I do, just to clean these areas up a little bit. Let me take my black acrylic marker, and these are just like acrylic paint markers that I found off of Amazon. These are here, and I'm going to go back in and add some of the things that need to be added. I need a piece of paper though. I think I can just use my paper towel here actually. So you just shake them up, and then you're going to go over to your paper and you're going to press down on your thing until it starts to be able to draw the paint in there. And I'm going to turn him sideways because I can see where, okay, let's not get anything here. And I'm just going to outline. So I just filled in that hole. You see how that made a difference? So I really highly recommend getting yourself some black acrylic markers or chalk markers, and you can go in there and you can just fine detail your work, and it really adds a lot more character to your stuff. And yeah, you just adds a little bit more character. You can fix some lines, you can adjust as needed. Try not to get my hand in. So I'm just fixing it. It doesn't really matter if some of the lines get too thick or not, because it's all anxiety ridden. So some of the lines are thinner already, and then they're thicker. And so I'm just going across the bottom here and fixing that up. So that filled in the eye there. I can see here on the T, on the anxiety, it needs a little bit of help. So I just go in and fill it in. Now if I see like my yellow splurred over somewhere, then that's okay. And then this E got splurred over here. Like that. And it's supposed to look all exact anyway, because it's anxiety on top of anxiety. And then I am just freshening up my lines here. Okay, and then also on my eye right here, fixing that here, fixing this here. Okay, that looks pretty good. Oh, I see my A here needs to go across. And so yeah, so you can just go in and you just fix your little mistakes, and it just makes it look so much better. And like for instance, on Charlie Brown's arm here, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna just outline it right here on the inside of the shirt to give it the look of his arm there, because it outlines the arm. So see how it filled that in? So now his arm is completely filled in, and he doesn't look like he has a yellow arm. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna fill this in right here. And I'm actually just going to trace on the outside of this yellow line his shirt area, just to give a little bit more detail. And again, you could take your transfer back up and you could do this with your transfer as well. But I like doing this personal touch here. Just adding just enough. Just enough detail, but you can see like how cool that looks. Just adding that much adds to your craft. And I'm just going on the outside of the yellow line. If there's a hole or if there's a thing, I just outlining it. So you can see that I did that part. Okay, and then I'm gonna come across here on the bottom of his shirt. He has a little thing there. And then this sock area is gonna go up and over and down. And then down and over, little sock area. up and over, and then up, over, down. Okay. Colored that part in there because that didn't need to be yellow. But see, it just adds to it. It looks like you've spent forever on this. But you know what? Only the designer knows for sure, right? Okay. And I'm just going in and adding this extra little fine detail to our artwork here. Drawing lines where lines need to go. And it doesn't take long. It's just this extra creativity. And it looks really cool, I think, because you've taken the extra time to figure this out. And it's just how you can make it look cleaner. It's not a lot of hard times. So look, guys, there's, oops, I forgot. You can see, I forgot this little guy right here. And that little guy right there. So see, you can see that Charlie Brown looks so much better now, right? Yes, it's a trick I have learned, and I just outline it. So I just take this, it's very thin. You can see that it's a very thin head on the marker there, and it works so well. Like right here on my Charlie Brown area, a little yellow got into my block. To the naked eye, do you think anybody else would notice? No. But to me, I notice. And so I just go through, and it really helps to like, so like right here, this is, goes in. You can make that little block there. And let's see, anything else? I can't see anything else that I would do with my black. Oh, except right here. Just a little bit. And our letters look good with all the black. I filled in the areas that look like it needed a little bit more. I think on his arm, though, I'm going to go a little thicker. Right there to match the thickness of his hand. So there's that. Yeah, like that. So that's how you do that kind of things. Another way also to do this is I'm going to also take my, I have some white marker. And these are the little tips and tricks I learned. Let me get here. Where is my thinnest marker? I think this is pretty thin. Yes. The same principle. You're going to shake it, push it down, get the ink flowing. So this is my white. It's the Paranol Arts. And again, I got this off Amazon, the good old Amazon. So there's this one, and it's a nice thin one as well. And you can see, if you get really close, you can see there's a little bit of runoff on the Charlie Brown. So to fix that, you're just going to take your marker, you're going to shake it, shake it, shake it. You're going to press it down until you got your ink or your chalk flowing. I think this one is a chalk marker. Okay, come on. Come on. Sometimes you have to go about 20 times before the chalk starts flowing. I wonder, hold on, let me see if let me look at my other. I think I'm going to use my other one because it's thin like that black one. So it's the same company. It's just white. Okay. So let's try this one. I haven't really, I haven't even opened this one yet. Okay, we're trying this one. That one is just a little thicker. This one is 0.7 mm. So is that one better or why? That one just seems a little bit wider. And I don't really want a wide thing. So let's do this again. We're gonna, this one is acrylic markers. The other one I showed you prior was the white one that I showed you was a chalk marker. So I'm just opening this one for the first time. So it's gonna take a couple of things to get it going. I'm curious though, like that is so much smaller. It's funny how the difference of one to the other. That one's like a fat one, and then this one is a skinny one. So we're gonna use this one. Okay. Let's try it. I have to shake it, shake it, shake it, and then we're gonna go around the C and the I and the just clean up the spillage there of the letters, and it really helps to make it like stand out. So let's try. Okay, release the bubble, press, push up and down. Oh, here comes the acrylic. Okay, let's get this going. Good job. Way to flow nicely. Come on. Okay. So I got some acrylic marker here, and I'm just gonna gently go and clean up between my letters here. Okay. If you don't mind, having a little bit of bleed of your letters, you don't have to do this. But I just found that it just cleans up things so much nicer. And it just looks a little better in my opinion. Like you've taken time to do something. But you'll be able to see a difference. And sometimes you're like, oh wait, I didn't mean to go that far in with my letter. That's okay. You can come back with your black and fix that part. Okay. And it just adds a little bit of a nice touch. Okay. And there you go. Well, and okay. I'm just going in and fixing. Okay, looks pretty good. I'm actually going to add a little bit of a white here. So then it sort of all blends there together. So look, see the difference? Do you see it? Look at that. So now it's all cleaned up. Doesn't that look cool? Charlie Brown. Now I can see where I need to add a little bit of the black back into it. But for the most part, I cleaned it up and it is all done. And that's so cute. Okay. So fun little project tonight. I keep sticking it in paint everywhere I go. And little Charlie Brown is all set and ready to have his anxieties. Have anxieties. I see something that I need fixed really quick. Oh, not that one. Wrong one. I want this one. Oops. So sometimes it picks up that black. You just have to be quick about cleaning up this blue area. Just a little bit. There you go. So here's all cleaned up. All ready to go. And let me just fix this black part really quick again. Okay, so I overdid it here. And here. This is what I'm just fixing some sides here. And there you go. It looks pretty good now. Charlie Brown. What do you guys think? You guys like them? Thank you. Thank you so much. Now it looks awesome, I think. And you can tell now that I've added the black on there again that it's helped clean it up. It looks better. I see something I have to fix again really quick. But he is... I would be happy to sell this like this. So, super cute, super fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this project of Anxieties Have Anxieties and a little bit of tips on how to fix up your bleed ups or how to add a little bit more definition without using your transfer twice. So I hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for tuning in and have a great night. See you tomorrow. And don't let your anxieties stress you out. Okay? Bye, guys. Have a great night.